MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Seattle Mariners and the Kansas City Royals. The Royals vie for a key series sweep against a fellow wild card contender, and we'll have it for you next. David Combs gets the ball for the Royals in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
So stepping in, Suzuki. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, the right fielder, number 31.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball 1. These Kansas City Royals entering play this afternoon, guys. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team is playing well right now, and they got their ace on the mound. This guy has unbelievable stuff, and I can't underestimate the fact that this is a day game. We are creatures of habit. Guys are used to playing 7 o'clock games at night and rolling out of bed around 12, 1 o'clock and heading to the yard. Instead, they're going to get stuff thrown down their throat right at that time. I hope these guys got out of bed and got a few cups of coffee in them.
Grounded softly down the line toward first. Reined in. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second, the third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Stepping up to the plate, Kyle Seager. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. First pitch is a breaking ball taken down and away for ball 1. And set up behind the plate, Rusty Valentine, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew for this one.
Dan, Rusty Valentine behind the dish tonight. He is north-south without question, letters to knees.
Well, I tell you what, he really favors a power pitcher. If you can consistently pitch at about the chest level and above, he'll call that high strike zone. I think he's a very friendly pitcher's umpire.
Combs has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Got him.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
At the plate now, Tino Martinez, as he'll take a look at ball 1. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Late that time for a strike.
He got a swing and a miss on that last pitch, but that's not the location he wants to live in against a hitter of this quality.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Taken in by Brett. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. The Royals will get their chance now in a scoreless ball game. Marco Gonzalez, the native of Colorado, gets the start on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4, When he's good, he can be really good, and when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times, but it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
There's Johnny Damon now. She'll get us started in the home half of the first. Cut fastball taken for strike one. Fellas, the Mariners entering play here this afternoon. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental.
Oh, look at this. The throw to first. He is out. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He's 3 for 7 in the series coming in. First pitch coming. Here it is. Gordon is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And this is swung on and missed, and Gordon becomes out number 2 now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
To the plate now, George Brett, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Oh, and 1, here it comes. He chases out of the zone for strike 3, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. An inning in the books, no score here on the show. Second inning set to go. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Griffey. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
That is it. The left fielder, Randy Wynn.
So striding in, Randy Wynn. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is on the ground over to first, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
That is it.
At the plate, Edgar Martinez. It was an 0 for 4 day for him in yesterday's loss. He's set, and the pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Now the pitch. Brett Boone would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Good battle. Count remains full. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Going after it is Gordon. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Mariners are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the veteran outfielder, Jorge Soler.
The right fielder, Jorge Soler.
First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
The 1-0. Swing and a high chopper. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Mike Moustakas.
Now in the box, Mike Moustakas. He's set. Here it comes. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball one. Moustakas, or just Moose for short, this is his 10th season at the major league level, so almost a decade, which is quite an accomplishment. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. Gonzalez, a left-hander that stands 6'1" tall. He's got a sinker, a changeup, a cutter, a curve, and a four-seamer. Bottom of the second here with no score. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. And he looks at his sinker for a called third strike, and now there are two gone.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first five batters he's faced? 3 of them he sent down via the strikeout.
Into the box, Mike Sweeney. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The 1-0 home. Count even now at 1-1. The pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Suzuki is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Royals go down 1-2-3. We'll move to the third with no score. Digging in, Brett Boone. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
From the stretch. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1.
Hey, love the confidence in that pitch right there, going right after one of the better hitters on this team, not afraid to execute.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. Now here it comes. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
So now to the plate, Dan Wilson.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
Wilson, a former New York Met, he became a member of this team after signing as a free agent earlier this season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up one of the all-time shortstops, Omar Vizquel. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. In there, 0-1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Here comes the 0-1. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Reaches down and hits this one on the ground to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Mariners. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Whit Merrifield next to hit. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a hot shot toward third. That gets down, and the Royals' first hit of the game is going to be for extra bases. And the Royals are going to get a man into scoring position right away on the leadoff double.
The fans didn't even get a chance to settle in their seats for the beginning of the inning, and he just blistered that ball down the line on the first pitch he saw. It stayed fair, and he's safely on second with the leadoff double. That's the way you lead off an inning.
Digging in now, Darryl Porter, and he'll hit with a chance to push across the game's first run.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity here, but at the very least, he needs to find a way to advance that runner to third. Small things like that in a tight game can make a big difference.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Couldn't quite hold back that time as the changeup fooled him for strike 1. Merrifield stands at second with no outs. And it's quickly 0-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Oh, a tough pitch to lay off that time, but he got away with it. 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third safely here with one away. Coming to the plate now, Adalberto Mondesi, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. From the belt, kicks and deals. He takes the changeup the other way out toward right center. And they're going to strike first this afternoon as this is down for extra bases. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And he is in at third base with an RBI triple.
Well, there's one way to get our first run of the game across. Good hustle there on an RBI triple, and they're in good shape to possibly make it 2-0 with another base hit here.
In now, Johnny Damon. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Counts even, a ball and a strike to Johnny Damon. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball. Lifted the other way down the left field line. And no one will track it down. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. Waiting his turn on deck is Alex Gordon. Hit weakly back to the mound. Throw gets him, 2 down. Now at the plate, Alex Gordon. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Has a look, now the pitch. Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty, smart pitch.
0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike. A ball and 2 strikes to Alex Gordon. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired. The Royals do strike for a run here on the RBI triple. We played 3 full. It's now 1-0 Royals. Stepping in, Suzuki back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
He's set, and the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Turned on, but it's wide of first and foul. A ball and 2 strikes.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Here now the 2-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Strike taken up in the zone.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Stepping in now, Tino Martinez. Swing and a high drive, deep center field. Back for it is Damon, still going, and this ball is gone. A home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 3 here in the early going. And the Mariners have come back to make this a 1-1 game.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
Now back, the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
At the plate, Ken Griffey Jr. as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Hard hit ball to second. Merrifield picks it up. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Mariners strike back to tie things on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up, all even at 1 apiece. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in is the veteran third baseman, George Brett. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hot shot on the ground to short. Vizquel brings it in, and that's out number 1.
The right fielder, number 12.
So digging in now, Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, and it looked like a sinker in his last AB that got him to roll over. Kind of similar situation right here. Similar stuff on the mound. Look for them to try and get him to do exactly the same thing as his last AB. He's got to fight to get it elevated just a little bit more.
That's popped up. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw into second. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Now batting.
Wow, he must be living right because he gets absolutely jammed. Thought we were going to see the bat splintered, but instead he muscles the ball to right for a double. Might get some heckles from his teammates, but no doubt he'll take it.
To the plate now, Mike Moustakas. And he puts it on the ground to second. Fielded cleanly, and that's the second out.
Next to the Royals.
Ready for another chance? Mike Sweeney. First offering on its way. Men on third with 2 down. There's a changeup taken, but it finds the zone on the inside.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Ready with the 1-1. Now a swing and a fly ball, but this will land out there just foul. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors so far for the Royals. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
Well, I think this is the kind of approach they need against such a prolific starter. You can't count on putting up a lot of runs, so getting him out of the game has to be the priority. Working at bats.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Welcome back to Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. We send it down to Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Mariners manager Scott Service during the break about his team's offensive performance so far, and he told me overall he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed 1 base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
The left fielder.
Riding in once again, Randy Wynn. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set. Here it comes.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Boy, this is a tight one. You kind of get the feeling like the next team that scores is going to win this one.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
Good luck with that pitch. That pitch is an absolute nightmare. Almost unhittable. Nasty downward action. High 80s velocity.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. High in the air out to center field. Therefore, it is Damon as he takes it for out number 1.
Now batting.
Stepping into the box, Edgar Martinez comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball, that's down.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Fouled off. The 2-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
Standing in now, Brett Boone, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Splitter taken here, 2-1. Called called strike 2 as he locks him up there.
Borderline pitch right there. But as a low ball hitter, you can live with that as long as the umpire doesn't give him north as well.
Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning.
Mariners are down in order. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Kansas City manager during the inning break about the Royals' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said he's been really happy with how many balls they've hit hard and on a line. Looking at the numbers, they've had 7 total line drives. And even though some of those have resulted in outs, he says it's that kind of consistent contact that leads to W's in the standings.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Way to go for the Royals. The second
Set
baseman.
now for the bottom of the 5th, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Swung on and hit on the ground to Vizquel at short. He's got it. And a close play at first, but a great stretch that time as they get him by a step for out number 1.
Now batting.
Digging in now for Kansas City, Darryl Porter. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch on its way. And he gets ahead 0-1.
0-1.
1 out, nobody on. Hit hard on the ground at third. Seager has it. Throw on to first takes care of him. 2 very quick outs to start the home 5th.
Now batting. Number
Stepping in, Adalberto Mondesi. It was an RBI triple for him in his first at-bat.
Yeah, guys, that was the first triple of the year for him, and you got to believe it's not going to be his last. The way this guy can absolutely fly, any ball in the gap screams triple.
Too much dip on the sinker, laid off for a ball. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
That's the cat and mouse of the game right there. You find yourself count leverage, you think you're getting a heater, he throws an off-speed pitch and you're still able to execute. That fires me up right there.
Ready for another shot now. Johnny Damon, couple of ground outs on his batting line in 2 trips so far. From the stretch. First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
So now to the plate, Alex Gordon. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Here's the 1-0. Up top, it's 2-0.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
The set and the 2-0. Outside, 3-0 now.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Here it is.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And he drops a change in on him there, and that'll run it full 3-2.
Fell behind early in this one 3-0 and has battled back with 2 quality strikes. Interested to see if he catches a big part of the plate right here or tries to get a nibble.
2 down, runners at first and second. Swing, and he puts a charge into this one, high and deep, and you can't forget about it. This ball is gone. Three-run home run down the line in right. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Royals have opened it up now 4-1.
Well, his first home run of the season is a memorable one. As we take a look at it here, you can see that it was 50-50 if it was going to stay fair. But somehow he wills it just enough until, clink, it hits off the foul pole for a homer.
Into the box now, George Brett. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. That's to the left and foul. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Right to him. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But not before the Royals strike for 3 on this 3-run home run. We're through 5 here this afternoon. It's now 4-1 Kansas City. Digging in now for the Mariners, Dan Wilson will start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Outside.
The cutter runs outside, ball 1. One and 0 pitch on the way.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
2-0 count, the pitch.
Got through the 5th all right, but it looks like he's a little off kilter here to start the 6th.
Here it is, the 3-0 is looked at for the first strike. And a great location that time on the corner. 3-2 now. And then that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Dan Wilson goes quietly leading off the 6th inning. In now, Omar Vizquel, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Comes set, and the 0-1. Swing and a ball hit toward the shortstop, Mondesi. On to first, and there were 2 down. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Suzuki. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
The 1-1 is in off the plate. The 2-1.
Nope, that's not.
Sixth inning, 4-1 is our score. Goes down and gets it as this is bounced to short. Mondesi scoops it up. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Jamie Moyer enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the sixth.
For Seattle, number 50, Jamie Moyer.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Jorge Soler. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the sixth. Here comes the first pitch. Hit hard to short. Vizquel scoops it up, and that's the first out. Stepping up now, Mike Moustakas. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he goes against the shift there as this is on the ground to the left side. Moustakas will take the turn and hit for second. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mike Sweeney.
At the plate, Mike Sweeney, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. He's ready. Here's the 0-1.
That's the ball.
And here's a ball hit in the air. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Ready with the 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
With Merrifield next to bat, as he'll come up empty that time on a sinker at strike 1. In his career, Merrifield has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. 0-1, here's the pitch. Behind 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Now batting, the catcher, Darryl Porter.
Stepping in now, Darryl Porter, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down to the zone will get him an out.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Two-0 count, the pitch. First and second now, 1 man out. And a double steal try here. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
Now batting,
Standing in, Adalberto Mondesi, 2 for 2 with a triple on his batting line to this point. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. In there, strike 1. Runners on first and third, 2 away. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
The count doesn't mean much to this batter. He's all in. He's not concerned with striking out, so he's going to get his A swing off.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good work there to prevent any advance. It's 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And there's a base hit on the line. And this one bounds around against the wall. 1 run is scored. Here's a second runner around third. Safe at the plate. And it's now a 6-run lead.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
James Paxton gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Into the box, Johnny Damon, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Paxton comes set. Here it is on 0-1. Foul tip held on to behind the plate. It's strike 2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. 3 runs already home here. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. 7th inning coming up. The Royals lead it 7-1. Now at the plate, Kyle Seager, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good curveball there. Clipped the outside black for a called strike.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Here's the 0-1. Swing hard liner to left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
At the plate now, Tino Martinez, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike number 2.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Here it comes, 0-2. Fouled away. And another foul ball. Another 0-2 home. Slow roller down the third baseline. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. Lazy fly ball out to center field. And that'll get down for a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
It's so important, Mark, to start to make quality pitches, and if you don't, this is what can happen. 2 batters, 2 base hits, first and third, nobody out.
Yeah, and you just got to prepare yourself as an offensive player. You're just trying to get the runner in from third. You can't worry about creating a monster inning. Do your job.
Ken Griffey Jr. stands in for the third time now as he takes a look at a ball. It's 1-0. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch.
If he concedes the walk here, he's in real trouble of giving up a big inning. It's not all that bad yet, but dealing with the bases loaded will make it pretty tough to wiggle out of.
3-0. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
It was obvious when the count ran to 2-0 that they were not going to give this guy anything to hit. Sometimes you have to pick your battles, and they're going to try their luck with the next hitter.
Striding into the box, Randy Wynn. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Liner towards second. And that's in there. Base hit. 1 run scores. The run scores from second. That makes it a 7-3 ball game.
Now batting, designated hitter, Edgar Martinez.
In now the Mariners DH, Edgar Martinez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fly ball out toward left center field. Gordon on the move. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down. And a daring move there pays off as he'll make it into third on the fly ball to left.
Up next is Seattle.
One of the keys to being a great outfielder, not being afraid to sacrifice your body. Terrific diving catch there that he made look a lot easier than it actually is.
Now batting, Brett Boone. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First offering on its way. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
Hey, this is a spot as a pitcher right now you want to get a little bit greedy. Ideal would be to roll up a 2-ball. At worst, try to get yourself a strikeout.
Down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
Two and two.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
To the plate now, Dan Wilson, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike 1. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. Hard hit toward the hole. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 7-4 contest.
That's just your classic ribby knock right there, Dan. He's able to turn on the pitch he wanted right there and drive it into the outfield.
Good job getting the barrel to the ball right there, able to get that one through and picks up an RBI. Hard hit and a well-deserved run batted in.
Now the Kansas City manager will make the slow walk to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll head for the showers as he stands to win this one if the bullpen can find a way to protect his 3-run lead. Danny Duffy is into the ballgame now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here.
41, Danny Duffy.
Into the box, Omar Vizquel, who represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about going yard, even though that would be the best result they could hope for. He's not a long ball threat, and he knows it, so he could just be looking for some way to keep that line moving.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hard on the ground towards short.
Mondesi brings it in.
Merrifield's right there to take the routine throw and retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 4 base hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom of inning number 7. It's the Royals 7 and the M's 4. Digging in, Alex Gordon, the head-to-head with James Paxton. He's had a lot of success, 7 for 11. He's taken him deep once. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Now the 1-0. Misses, ball 2. Paxton, the former Yankee, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
From the windup, the 2-0 pitch.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Lifted the other way to left center. Wynn is going to have room, however, as he makes the catch in deep left center field for the first out. 1 man gone now for KC in the 7th. And up next, it'll be the Hall of Famer George Brett. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
The right fielder,
In is Jorge Soler. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Paxton peers in. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0.
That's inside.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
And he gets this one over at the knees for the first strike.
One of the best ways to keep a guy uncomfortable is to pound him inside. They're doing that, and this one caught the zone.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 2-2 to Jorge Soler.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. KC down in order. They hold a 7-4 lead. Leading off the inning, Suzuki, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Number 31.
He's set and the pitch. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. High fastball is in there. The Royals are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball, you're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
got him swinging in the dirt. And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They are all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
Now the pitch. Kyle Seager is in now as he watches a pitch for ball one.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
A 1-0 delivery. Now a slider down the middle, but laid off. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
You can bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he is in at second base with a 1-out double.
Wow, he puts a serious charge into this ball. Ends up splitting the 2 outfielders. Bangs up against the wall in right center. And he cruises into second, knowing he can't hit the ball much harder than that.
Into the box now, Tino Martinez, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. From the belt, kicks and deals. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he's following the code not to miss down and into a lefty. Everything on the outer half of the plate.
Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Let's take a look at the sequence here again. The first 3 pitches, all 3 down in the zone. So now you've got a guy that's thinking something down around the knees. He's conditioned to kind of look down there. That's when you mix it up and put it by him at the letters.
Joaquin Soria enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. In now, Ken Griffey Jr. lined hard toward right center. Damon will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Mariners leave 1. They're on the short end of a 7-4 score. So here's the Royals DH, Mike Moustakas. He hit a 2-bagger and later scored in his previous plate appearance.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
Yeah, he made up his mind early to take the first pitch because that thing was right down the middle.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Standing in now, Mike Sweeney. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The pitch. That misses. 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
The knuckle curve there, and he thought he had him, but it's 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. Boy, really making him work now as the 7th pitch of the at-bat is also fouled away, so the count will hold steady at 3-2 strikes. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Whit Merrifield.
Into the box, Whit Merrifield. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball 1. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. The 1-0 delivery. Two out, nobody on. And he gets him to pop it up on the right side of the infield. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Royals go down 1-2-3. They hold a 7-4 lead. Wade Davis comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
71. Wade Davis.
Ready once again, Randy Wynn coming off the clutch 2-run single his last time up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. Gordon is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Edgar Martinez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here comes the first pitch. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. 2-2, here it is. Skied into straightaway right. There to pull it in is Soler, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, second baseman.
Digging in, Britt Boone. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Now the pitch. And a knuckle curve missed that time. 2-1. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
When it left his bat, I thought it might curve foul, but he manages to squeak it just inside the right field line for a well-hit line drive double. By the time the right fielder tracked it down, he was easily into second.
So now to the plate, Dan Wilson, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. The 1-0.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
The 1-1. And there's a called strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike this afternoon.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
Last chance for the Mariners. Fastball well outside.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
And he fouls this one off. And now the crowd, estimated at over 29,000, come to their feet. Hard hit ball to second. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner scores from second as they cut away into that deficit here. That makes it 7-5 now.
What a frustrating inning from a pitcher's standpoint, D-Roy. You get the first 2 out of the inning. The next guy doubles, and then you give up a 2-out base hit to drive in a run.
Yeah, you want to talk about on the complete flip side, firing up an offense. You see your 2 boys go down, 2 quick outs. You mix in a gapper right there. Double, finds himself on second base, and he's able to come through. Next guy's able to come through with a big 2-out knock.
Omar Vizquel is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. A runner on first with 2 away. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. 2 out with the man at first. He gets the punch out, and the Royals finish the job and complete the series sweep of their rivals at home.
Yeah, that's the way you want to finish a 3-game home series. Breaking out the brooms and sweeping the other guys right out of here.
7-5 how today's comes to an end. The Kansas City Royals used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. David Combs earns the win, his second. Wade Davis earns the save out of the bullpen, his second. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 7 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. For the Mariners, 5 runs, 8 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 24 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon.